Alright.
Welcome back to multiplayer. I'm getting ready to go kick the shit out of this boss. Oh my god. This boss is hilarious.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it that ice cream underpants man?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that guy?
They never. I don't know. I'm sure they gave a name for him in the manual, but I don't have a manual or something. But
oh,
no.
so now he's rainbow ice cream underpants. Right? Oh, he had to pull up his pants for beating your ass.
Yeah, it's.
Oh my god, that's epilepsy waiting to happen.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
So,
like,
all did Nintendo just not care about disabled people?
It's just these old school games. They just didn't really give a shit about like epilepsy or anything. That and like,
fuck your neurological disease.
Just whatever. I don't know.
I remember the first time I saw like the epilepsy warning in video games. It was on Ocarina of Time. I was like, what the fuck is epicepy? I had to reread it like 6 times. My mom was like, it's when you can't look at lights. I was like, so are you just like a vampire?
I remember the first time I learned about epilepsy. I actually remember it very clearly for some reason. I was watching, it was a Friday night, and I just went to the video store here in town, which conveniently was right across the street from where your apartment is now. And it was called Video Heaven. And I would always get like the same 5 tapes. And to cut off real quick, I love how you beat him through embarrassment. You just knock his pants off. And he's so embarrassed, he just explodes.
Yeah.
Only in a Mario game. But, no, anyways. So, first time I learned about epilepsy, I'd gotten the old, like, Dr. Seuss VHS tapes that they had. Of, like, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah.
And it was the Lorax and, like, I don't know, a few others. And, I was watching it, and then the tape stopped. And I was like, well, okay. So, I would always get pizza on Friday nights, because my grandpa would always buy me pizza. And, I went in to ask him I went in to ask him, like, why the tape wouldn't work. And he was watching, shit, what was the one? I used to love it. It's the show about this Kung Fu dog.
What?
Yeah, like,
Oh, you know Hong Kong Phooey?
Hong Kong Phooey,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
I was thinking, like, Air Bud type of movie.
No.
With the Kung Fu dog.
No, it was Hong Kong Phooey. And Cartoon Network showed this sign that said epilepsy. Like, it was talking about epilepsy. And I just remember, like, forgetting all about it because I'd never seen that word, or I had no, like, context of what it was. So I asked my grandpa, I was like, what the hell is epilepsy? And he was like, oh, it's where you can't see flashing lights, or else you foam at the mouth and go crazy. So, for, like, yeah, just, I don't know, just to fuck with me, I guess. But, so, for, like, 2-3 years, I believe that epilepsy made you foam at the mouth and just go insane and, like, murder people.
This screen transition is painfully
it's
slow.
Awful. It's faster later on.
I always get annoyed, like, when the screen's chasing you and it's too fast, but this is you're chasing the screen, and it's so slow, it's boring.
Yeah. The whole... I mean, because this game was made for a younger audience, which
obviously
confuses me because it gets really hard later in parts. But it for some reason, like, the screen doesn't go any slower. Like, it gets progressively, like, really hard later. But, like, because there's quite a few levels where the screen moves with you, but they never get, like, any slower whatsoever. Fuck you. Yeah, that's like
cry.
That is the one thing people hate the most about this game is cry. I don't mind it, but maybe it's just because I'm a whore for this game.
It's like, go this way. What other way would I possibly go?
Yeah.
Right into your slow screen.
Yeah.
Video stores. Did I ever tell you about the video store my grandma used to take me to PNT Video? Oh. It was the coolest video store I've ever been to. Because you'd walk in, and it smelled like taco meat, because they sold tacos. And, like, when I go there, I get there, like, Friday night around 6 o'clock, we'd go to the video store, I'd get, like, a video game and a couple movies, we'd get dinner, and we'd get their, like, edible taco salad in the bowls or whatever. And, attached to this video store with all kinds of really cool games and stuff was also a arcade / putt-putt golf course. It was called PNT Video in Clinton. And they finally closed it down like 2 years ago, which is really sad, but no, it would just like putt-putt golf. So I'd be like, can I play some video games, Grandma? She'd be like, yeah, have the quarters. Go crazy. It was so much fun.
I remember the video store here in town. I was always way too young to know what it was, but there's the adult section.
There was one of those here too. It was behind the golf course.
It was like I could never figure out whether it was upstairs
because I was like on stilts.
Because
this. You realize you just like beat up a couple dudes having a fun time.
Yeah.
They rented some stilts. They're gonna go out in this lovely landscape and go for a hike, and you're just like, meh, fuck it.
But yeah, no, the video store here in town, I can never tell whether the adult store was like, or whether the adult section was upstairs, or if it was like just behind everything, because I never went like back in the very back either. I think it might have been both. All I know is, like, hearing people talk about it, their adult section was just, like, massive. It was just, like, any porn you could ever think of or want, they had there. I mean, this was back in the 90s, so, like, porn was still kind of that whole, like, it was still really shady when you did it. So, like...
It was like buying drugs.
Yeah, it wasn't like nowadays where you could just open up your computer and it'd be at the type of a button. It was different. Like, buying porn back then was basically like buying drugs. And it was are you fucking kidding me? I think I did this wrong. No, okay. But yeah, like their porn section is just like, I guess it was known, like, in, like, all the local counties around here. They were just like, Video Heaven has the best porn section. It's just huge. I remembered one time, that was actually, I think I told you the story about the first time I saw the cover for Jack Frost, that horrible horror movie.
Oh, you mean Jack Frost 2?
No, it was Jack Frost. Like, the first one, or...
Jack Frost, the first one was the Disney one, the dad becomes a snowman, and then Jack Frost 2, they like lost the rights, and they made it a horror movie. He comes back and like kills his family, but it's none of the same like actors or anything.
I'm wanting to say that is actually just like a whatever.
If it is, then I wasn't aware it was an opposite thing, because I saw one, and it was like, Jack Frost 2! Ah!
All I know is, the girl from American, the hot foreign girl from American Pie was in it, and she got raped by Jack Frost, and it was really weird, and it was really disturbing, and because I was a kid, so I kind of wanted to see
someone be raped by a snowman.
No, I kind of wanted to see, I kind of wanted to see the Disney version of Jack Frost, and I got that version instead. On accident, because the guy working at the counter was an asshole and didn't realize the difference. So I took it home and I was watching it, and I was just like petrified of this movie. I wasn't like scared, I was just more confused.
You're afraid if you went outside, a snowman was going to rape you.
Yeah, like I was just more confused than anything, and I knew this was like not a movie for kids when that scene came up, because
you were a little concerned for it. You're like, maybe Disney just kills people now.
Yeah, like, I was just like, I don't know. But yeah, I knew it was like not a movie for kids whenever the whole bathtub rape scene happened is weird. It's a weird, horrible, stupid movie, and no one should ever watch it ever.
I just want to point out that you have no enemies in this game.
Yeah, everything's just like minus.
Yeah, like those little miner people with their flashlights just walking around doing their job, getting paid, and you're just like, hey, I'm going to eat you in the face. 10 minutes.
Alright, next time in multiplayer, I beat that ass raw on the next couple levels.